Not only did they do everything we asked, they just did so much more and was so good to work with.
Probably the most meaningful job that we probably have finished would be Baylor Bramble and David Bramble's Toyota Tundra.
My name is David Bramble, and Jacob Milestone did not just a restoration for us, but a truck that ended up being a memorial truck. My son Baylor Bramble was injured playing high school football back in 2015, and we spent a lot of time in ICUs. And prior to his injury, for his 16th birthday, I had passed down my truck that I had driven for a number of years to him, and I loved his truck. We were kind of in the process of doing some things to it, fixing it up, and while he spent a lot of time in the ICU and was completely incapacitated, we found ourselves still, a lot of conversations revolved around me talking about his truck to him. And in the ICU, we would watch restoration shows and things like that, and just kind of got me going, gave us something to work towards. Later, Baylor was able to communicate a little bit through an iPad, and we kind of used his truck for some therapy and things too, for him to pick out different things we would do for the truck, which rims to get, or colors of paint and things. And around that time, when he really took a turn for the worse, we just got on the computer and started looking for different shops around in Middle Tennessee area that could possibly do a restoration for us or for his truck. Found several shops and reached out to a bunch of them that night. Jacob got back to me pretty quickly and said he would love to do it, excited about it, just bring the truck up. And so when that time came, was able to come up here and link up with him. And we really just want to do a little bit to the truck, and Jacob kind of learned a little bit more about our story and things, I guess, through the news and other venues. Jacob began to ask us questions and did his own little research about all that taking place, and found out that Baylor, his goal, what he was really working towards in football, was to play for MTSU from Middle Tennessee. And so because of that, his room was decked out MTSU colors, blue and silver. That was his colors because of MTSU. And so where we were just going to do like I think a flat gray paint or something, Jacob said, no, let's do something else. And he just kind of put that together and gave us some pictures of what it might look like with the different color schemes. And of course, Baylor was excited about that, and we were too. And then they went to town on painting it. By the time we saw it, though, it was so much more and so much better than we had anticipated. In fact, we were actually able to do a reveal with Baylor here at his shop when he had completed it. And as you can see on the truck, they not only did he paint those colors and do a one-of-a-kind paint scheme and striping on the truck, but they also changed out the quarter panels. It's got more of a Baja look to it, and literally is a one-of-a-kind truck today. He also incorporated, he was able to get Baylor's signature off his driver's license, and I'm not real sure how they did it, but he was able to not only just put that incorporate that in a truck, but instead of just some kind of sticker or something on the truck, they literally painted it in. It is smooth with the paint on the back of the truck. His signature is there with the football, but they also incorporated that even under the hood. So again, Jacob and them just went the extra mile that we never would have even thought about, and so glad that he did today. Not only did they do everything we asked, they just did so much more and was so good to work with. Any issues that we had, they were jumped on it immediately and took care of them. And so today, my son Baylor passed in January of this year, and now it's really become a memorial truck for us, and one that we'll keep forever. And I'm so glad we made that investment early on, that I know that truck's going to last forever now. So grateful to Jacob, and would recommend his services to anyone.